In the depths of a radioactive jungle, Wade had carved out a unique existence. His home, a magnificent treehouse nestled high in the canopy, stood as a testament to human ingenuity and survival. For 7 long years, this arboreal fortress had been his sanctuary, equipped with all the supplies he needed to endure the hostile environment below. Wade's journey to this verdant hell began with a catastrophic event. A massive meteor struck the Earth, unleashing chaos and forcing him to seek refuge in the jungle. Little did he know that this lush paradise would become a radioactive nightmare, teeming with mutated creatures beyond imagination. As the years passed, Wade honed his survival skills, facing countless battles with the jungle's twisted inhabitants. He fought, killed, and ate these radioactive beasts, each encounter a grueling test of his resolve. His friends, Jacob and Ryan, stood by his side, forming a tight-knit trio against the dangers that lurked in the shadows. Tragedy struck when Jacob fell victim to a radioactive snake's bite. The infection spread rapidly, and despite their best efforts, Wade and Ryan couldn't save their friend. The loss weighed heavily on their hearts, but they pressed on, knowing that survival was their only option. The most harrowing battle came when Wade and Ryan encountered a mutated bear. The creature was a monstrosity, its body twisted and enlarged by radiation, with razor-sharp claws and an insatiable hunger. The fight was brutal, pushing Wade to his absolute limits. As the bear charged, Wade and Ryan split up, hoping to confuse the beast. Wade's spear found its mark, but the bear's hide was too thick. Ryan distracted the creature, allowing Wade to climb a nearby tree and launch a surprise attack. But the bear was quicker than they anticipated. With a swipe of its massive paw, the bear sent Ryan flying into a rock formation. Wade watched in horror as his last remaining friend lay motionless. Fueled by rage and desperation, Wade leaped onto the bear's back, driving his knife deep into its neck. The beast thrashed wildly, nearly throwing Wade off, its claws raking across his chest. Blood streaming from his wounds, Wade clung on, stabbing repeatedly until the mutated bear finally collapsed. As the adrenaline wore off, Wade realized how close he had come to death. He had survived, but at the cost of his last companion. For years after, Wade continued his solitary existence, battling the jungle's horrors and clinging to the hope of one day escaping this radioactive prison. Then, one fateful day, he encountered a creature unlike any he had faced before, a terrifying fusion of gorilla and crocodile. The beast was an abomination, with the strength of a gorilla and the savage jaws of a crocodile. Wade's years of experience had prepared him for many things, but this monstrosity was beyond his wildest nightmares. As the hybrid creature charged, Wade's reflexes kicked in. He dodged and weaved, using the jungle terrain to his advantage. His spear found its mark several times, but the creature's thick hide and regenerative abilities made it seem invincible. The battle raged on, with Wade growing increasingly exhausted. In a desperate move, he lured the beast to the edge of a cliff, hoping to use its momentum against it. As the creature lunged, Wade sidestepped, but his foot slipped on the loose soil. Time seemed to slow as Wade teetered on the edge. He locked eyes with the mutant, seeing a reflection of the jungle's madness in its gaze. In that moment, Wade made peace with his fate. He had survived 7 years in this hell, outlasting his friends and countless mutated beasts. With a final burst of strength, Wade grabbed the creature's arm, pulling it over the cliff with him. As they plummeted towards the jagged rocks below, Wade closed his eyes, thinking of Jacob and Ryan. In his final moments, he found solace in knowing that his long battle was finally over, and he would be reunited with his friends in whatever lay beyond this radioactive nightmare.